Hello, guys. I feel like I'm doing ASMR. Hi, guys. I didn't quit YouTube. Here I am again. You thought I left, but you cannot escape me. I'm a little bit nervous to film. I think it's the hiatus. I'm just not used to. I'm like, am I talking to the microphone or the camera? I wanted to make a video on something that I personally have been struggling with, which is getting out of a rut. I just got out of school for the summer and I go to SCAD. Guess how much time we have off, guys? We have like 3 months off. I'm someone who functions amazing when I have a ton of things going on in my life. It's just how I roll, you know? It's how I boogie, kind of what I thrive off of. And as soon as those things are taken away and I have to face my own thoughts, oh boy, is that difficult. Let me tell you. I'm making this video for myself, basically. I don't claim to be like a self-help guru. This is the last thing I want people to think of me as, because I am a human. I make so many mistakes. I'm still learning as I go. I just want all of us here as a family to ask ourselves, what is the problem? Why am I in a rut? If you clicked on this video, there is a chance that either you just really like me or that you feel like something is going on in your life. You have a pattern that's repeating, you want to get out of it. So good job for recognizing that. That's great. But get even deeper and ask yourself, why are you in this rut? It's really quite easy to get out of a rut, but the problem is you're not making decisions that are going to get you out of it. Like, I could tell you, blah, 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 go do this, go do that, but you're not going to do them if there is a fear that's stopping you. For example, I have had a fear of posting on social media sometimes because I feel like, well, everyone and their mother's doing it. Why the hell do I matter? Right now, I am just moving past that fear and I'm changing the pattern in my life because I realized that I was missing being creative on YouTube and I was missing having a platform where I could share my ideas with people and for them to respond, and it was just really gratifying. But I stopped doing that, I think, because number one, I got busy. Number two, because of the fear of like, well, am I good enough to be on this platform because so many people are doing it now, you know? There's always a reason why things are happening the way they are, and most of the time it's because we're afraid. Okay, so now that you have kind of an idea of why this is happening, or you don't, which is okay. Maybe you're just like, I don't know, my life kind of seems blah, and I don't know why, it just is. I get that. I'm with you. But try to dig deeper. And if you want, journal about it, that helps. Or talk to your laptop like I do. Put a little photo booth session on. Just get rambling. Talk to the computer like it's your friend. Next thing is kind of where the action takes place. I want you to have a day. If you can, I get it. I know people have jobs and, you know, responsibilities and all this, but most of us have at least one day off in the week to play around, be silly. Do absolutely everything different in that day. No matter how stupid it feels, do it differently. And I'm gonna get really specific with it. If you usually sleep on the left side of the bed, sleep on the right. If you usually brush your teeth, don't brush your teeth. I'm kidding. Please stay hygienic. If you usually take a shower, take a bath. Every little thing that you can do differently, even down to the bigger things. If you usually stay at home and eat breakfast, go out and get a coffee. Journal while you're at the coffee shop. Hey, you're feeling freaky. Talk to people. Like, whoa, there are other people on this planet. I think our problem nowadays is that everyone is so used to having all of their interactions be on social media, and it's really sad. Back in the day, that's literally how you had to make friends. There wasn't any Bumble BFF or like fucking Hinge. Like, you had to put in the motherfucking work out there. You had to go put yourself out there, experience rejection, and then ball with it, you know? But nowadays we're so like, oh, like, I'm gonna go find my lover on TikTok, and, you know, I'm gonna look at all the thirst traps and then DM every single one of them, and like, go talk to someone. It doesn't have to be with romantic intentions, but like, even just like going outside of the box and doing something that like surprises yourself, like talking to a stranger. And I know people have social anxiety. I understand it's freaking hard. Even it's hard for me, but like, that's the only way you're gonna break the pattern, is to do something different. I'm gonna give you an example of something I did today, all right? Because examples help. You know, maybe you need some inspiration. I'm here for you. My thing that I like doing is I like to go cafe hopping. Because I love coffee and I love the vibe of a coffee shop. It just makes me feel like I'm not alone, even when I kind of feel alone. because other people are, working on things with me. And because that is the only reason. Actually, I thought I had something else, but no. So today I went to a coffee shop, got my latte, got nice and revved up for the day. And I like to walk around afterwards because it's a part of Atlanta that is kind of walkable. And so I walk from the cafe to a dog park. And I know you're going to think like, wow, you're borderline like being creepy. Like a dog park, you don't have a dog. And I understand that is creepy. But here is the thing. I like watching dogs play. It brings me so much happiness, and I don't care how dumb I look. Unless you ask me who's my dog, I'm just gonna blend right in. I had a conversation with a person who worked there. I said, no, I don't have a dog. I enjoy coming here. And he was like, okay. He probably thought it was weird. Just doing that and like talking to someone new and like seeing the dogs play, it made me happy. It was like, I'm not staying at home. I'm not rotting in bed. Go me kind of thing. Discover things. Really be a kid again. I think the problem with like growing up and all that shit is like we forget how to have fun and be playful with life. We forget that there is so much to discover. Even if you live in a small town, I'm sure there's parts that you still haven't walked around. Choose a different path. I don't know. Try it. And don't tell me that social anxiety is stopping you, because that is just yourself telling you that social anxiety has control over you, but you have the control, okay? The power's in your hands. You just have to learn how to, deal with your social anxiety and not let it stop you, but, just care for it and decide I'm gonna make a different decision. I know it's hard, but whatevs. Another thing I want you to realize is there's a reason why this is happening. There's a reason why, I don't know. There's two people. There's the type that are like, everything happens for a reason, and there's the type that are like, you can find a reason why everything is happening. You can give life its meaning, basically. I tend to side more with you can give meaning to anything that happens to you or for you. It's all about how you assign meaning to things. And I know a lot of the times things just suck in life and there is no meaning, but it's what you can choose to get out of it. Choose to get out of that situation. Because you can feel sorry for yourself and be like, oh, my life is so boring. But if you're not taking action to change it, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're not the victim. You have control. Get fucking hobbies. Guys, you know what's boring? A person who doesn't have any hobbies. I look at myself and I'm like, damn, I am a well-rounded human being. Go me. And that gives me a lot of confidence. And even when I am bored, I know that there are hobbies that I can turn to make me less sad. Like, I play guitar. I enjoy watching films, and I consider that kind of a hobby. I mean, film, it's a loose hobby, okay? I sometimes make this is kind of embarrassing, I don't know. I make little movie edits after I watch a movie or have a favorite movie that I like. I make tiny little edits with music behind them, movie edits. You've probably seen them on TikTok. I just do it for myself. I enjoy it. I like reading. Reading's fun. Cafe hopping, that's a hobby. Maybe you want to get into gardening. Not my thing. I kind of kill every plant that I lay eyes on. Not lay eyes on. I don't have superpowers. Learn something. I don't know. I like learning languages. I'm learning French right now, and every time I have a French lesson, I am so happy. There's not a single time where I don't end the lesson feeling ecstatic. Just like, wow, I spoke in another language for someone, and I laughed, and I had fun. And at the end of the day, I gave that to myself, I earned that. I worked to learn this language, and now I'm reaping the benefits. Anything that can give you a sense of gratification, not instant gratification, like Instagram and like likes and all that, like that shit f***s with your, what's it called? Your dopamine, but like real hobbies, not Instagramming. Instagramming is not a hobby. Literally go outside. Sorry. Woo! This is a little bit of a... I like to think that being in a rut can be seen as kind of two different things. So what I usually see being in a rut as is being bored and being kind of like unsatisfied with life. And then another rut can be repeating a cycle that isn't healthy for you or that isn't adding any value to your life. And I see this a lot with relationships with other people and how we can let our fear of the unknown and fear of being alone keep us in situations that aren't providing any value for us anymore. It's honestly so difficult to talk about, and a lot of people probably struggle with hanging around or being in a relationship with someone because they don't know how to get out of it, or they don't know how to stop, but inside you know that it's not good for you. And sometimes the pain of being alone can almost be too much to face, rather than just passing your time with people who are toxic for you. I like to think is whenever you're spending time with someone who doesn't value you, or if it's not adding something to your life, whatever it may be, then it's lowering your value, and it's making you have less respect for yourself, because you're choosing to stay in a situation knowing that it's not good for you, but just because it's comfortable. What can be really sad is people don't see how valuable they are, and it can be really sad. But anyway, just before you go into any situation or any relationship, really ask yourself, is this adding value to my life? And does this person respect me? Not just are they doing the bare minimum for me? Do they truly respect me as a person? Do they care about me? Something can be fun in the moment. That's all I can describe it. Something can feel really nice. I don't want to make like sexual innuendos because I'm not trying to do that. No, but you can be having fun with like a group of friends or blah, 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 but they could be in some ways toxic for you. And then in the long run, that ends up doing more damage than good. You know, the things that feel good in the moment can also do you harm in the long run if there's an element of toxicity somewhere. And I mean, I'm not going to go into detail about what that toxicity could look like, but I think every single one of us knows what I'm talking about. Like if you have an inclination that something is toxic about the relationship, then it's toxic. It is toxic. If your mind is even questioning, it's toxic. Girl, run. Girl, get new friends. Growth can feel a lot like loss, and it's scary. Growth is scary. Like a lot of people preach on like self-help and development and blah, 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 all this stuff, but like very few people have the balls to actually change themselves, because it feels like loss. It feels like everything's crumbling around you because your reality is changing. Everything has to break down for things to change. Change is scary AF. And that's what people don't tell you. Like, all this shit is so fun in games to like preach, but like, dude, that shit is hard. Moving on to the fourth step in my program. It's called yesifying your freedom. Now that we've gone deeper and we have asked ourselves these very, deep questions, we're thinking, how do I get the out of this cycle? As soon as you decide to let go of the things that aren't serving you and welcome new opportunities in, that's how you break the cycle. And it's going to be painful at first, but you have to wait it out until it gets better. Again, the only way that you're going to get out of the rut is if you step into the unknown and you start putting yourself in situations that are uncomfortable. Go to different environments, take a class somewhere, talk to a stranger, go pet someone's dog. You're creating so many more possibilities for your life to go when you do things that are out of the ordinary. And this kind of coincides with the idea of like quantum physics and how there's like an infinite amount of realities existing right now, and every decision that we make kind of opens the door to new possibilities or new potentialities, whatever. I don't know. You can choose to limit your opportunities by staying in your comfort zone, choosing what you've always done, or you could open the door to a different pathway in your life by doing really small things or really big things, or both. Whatever you have the strength and the willpower to do at this moment. If it's just going to a new gym or talking to the barista who pours your coffee, may that small decision make you feel a little renewed. Just a little like a new person. You're like, wow, I'm that girl who passes their time in dog parks. How cool is that? Oh my gosh, guys. I've been recording for 25 minutes. I feel like it's a good place to stop. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Talk to me on Instagram, DM me or whatever. Like, if you guys have any questions for me or you want to talk, like, my DMs are open on Instagram. I hope you guys have a great day. And I will see you whenever I see you. Bye. Mwah. Peace. 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 There we go.